Hello there, it's David Wiebe with Your Music Matters, and today we're going to take a look at leadership. Now, before I get into that, I know that I've not been around for a couple of weeks, and on the 13th, we actually had some technical difficulties with Facebook. Now, I heard from some people saying Instagram was also having some issues that day, and we all know that Facebook owns the Instagram, so who knows what was going on there. It could have been on my end. I could have been having some issues with my internet in spite of upgrading it recently. But yeah, there might have been some issues with Facebook as well, which is why there was no Facebook Live on the 13th. And then last week, I got sick, and I'm still kind of sick. You can probably hear it in my voice. Still got kind of a wicked cough, which is not much fun, but I am feeling pretty good otherwise. So the sore throat has gone away, and my nose is not drizzling all over the place anymore, and I'm not feverish. So that's definitely an improvement. It's just the cough that's left that isn't a whole lot of fun. So I never intended to leave 2 weeks space in there, but it's how things turn out. And you know what? This stuff happens. Sometimes you have a certain intention for the way the things that you want them to go, and you go and try to make it work, and it doesn't work. So doesn't mean that you're a failure, doesn't mean that you failed, doesn't mean anything really. All that happened was you ran into some technical difficulties or some situations that didn't allow you to move forward. So what do? You just get back up and keep on going. And like I said, I'm here for you. And I'm always going to be here for you, and I'm just going to keep showing up, all right? So I'm not here to yell at you. I think I had a comment from a friend of mine who said, musicians are tired of hearing entrepreneurs yell on Facebook. Yeah, okay. So I understand that there could be a bit of a difference between you and I in the sense that, yes, I am an entrepreneur and an author in addition to being a musician, but I'm also a musician, and that's kind of how I got started in this whole thing. And I think without my interest in music, I probably would not have taken up any interest in business as well. So I understand, there could be a bit of a gap, but I'm willing to bridge that gap however I can in how I communicate with you, how I share with you, and everything that goes on with Your Music Matters. And as you can tell from the name of the project itself, Your Music Matters. And that's why we're here. That's why I'm here. And hopefully that's why you're here. Now, there's nobody watching right now. I can see that. But, if you catch this on YouTube or if you catch this after the fact, that's fine too. So thank you for tuning in, and feel free to leave a comment at any time because we want to hear from you. We always want to hear that heartbeat. Okay. So let's get into this topic of leadership. I've got my 3x5 index card here. So why is leadership important? Why would it be a theme? Are you just talking about yourself, David? That might be one of the questions you have. No, I'm not just talking about myself. Yes, I do view myself as a leader, but I am looking for leaders to help with this project, which is why I felt it was an important topic to cover. And I already shared on the theme of commitment, and I feel that goes hand in hand with leadership and action as well, because nothing that's in your head is actually happening out here, right? Like you're not really present and in the moment if you're always thinking about what's in here. If you want to do something in life, it doesn't matter what it is, you got to get it out here. You got to get it written down on paper. You got to write a blog post. You got to make a video like I'm making now. You got to get onto a podcast. You got to make your art. Whatever it is you're doing, unless you're doing it, unless you're acting on what you say you're going to do, you're not doing it. You're just thinking about doing it. Okay. So that's one of the important ideas and concepts that I've shared with you throughout this whole series of Facebook Lives. And again, it's here for you. I want to interact and engage with you. There's been people reaching out to me, and that's been great. I still am having conversations with various musicians and other people that I believe could be involved in this project. And again, this video is for you too. If you're thinking I could help out or be a part of this, or I'm interested in this, or I would love to see this happen, I would love to see a really great marketing program come together for musicians so that their careers can be improved, their lives can be improved, this video is for you as well. And so I'm looking for leadership with this project, and I'll talk about the specific ways in which I'm looking for leadership, because I've had a little bit of a breakthrough, guys. I've had time to think. I've had time to think about who else I'm going to approach and talk about and have a conversation around this project with. And I've also had some breakthroughs in terms of project parameters. So exactly who I'm looking for, which is something that I will be talking about in a moment. So, I started this project, so I'm looking to give back. I already have the Music Entrepreneur HQ. I'm playing gigs. I have my own music. I have a podcast. I have various books, and I have a lot more books coming out this year. I'm making courses. I'm creating a membership for musicians. I've already got a lot going on. And that's another reason why I need leaders around me to help make this happen. This can't be done all on my own. It just can't be. And it's not meant to be done on my own. It's meant to be done with the help of other leaders. You choose to be involved in this project, you are a leader automatically. Okay? Leader is not a position. Many of us have that tendency to think, oh yeah, unless I was placed in leadership, at least unless I was promoted to that position, I'm not a leader. That's not how it works. Leadership is simply taking ownership of what you're doing and what your role is. So when you commit to something and you follow through on your actions, you're being a leader. And leadership really begins with yourself. So if you keep your own commitments, if you act on what you say is important to you, if you get through your to-do list on a weekly basis and you do it all with integrity, then you are a leader. Okay? That's all it takes to be a leader. You don't need to be hired into that position. You can lead from behind. You can lead from exactly where you are. I don't care if, you're working a day job or if you're part of some community. If you are committed to seeing something happen, if that community is part of your life, if that job is part of your life, you can be a leader in that context. You can be a leader in that situation. It just means committing to what you believe is important and following through